history, and you did not take over this country by singing "We Shall Overcome." You did not gain control of the world like you have it now by dealing fairly with a man and keeping your word. You're treaty breakers, you're liars, you're thieves, you rape entire continents and races of people. Then you wonder why these very people don't have any confidence or trust in you. Your religion means nothing. Your law is a farce, and we see it every day. You demonstrated it in Alabama. And I can say you because you're part of the whole system. You profit from it. In fact, you make your living from it. You couldn't walk around and talk to people, stand up in your pulpit on Sunday and preach nice little songs and say, now we're going to give thanks to the Lord for he is good and old Jesus be among us. As far as we're concerned, your Jesus is contaminated, just like everything else you tried to force upon us is contaminated.
Shalom, shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Yahweh be the true name for every father. Yahweh shall be named for his only begotten Son, who the world eagerly calls God, and Jesus Christ. I give double honors to the elders and the apostles of great millstone, that taught us truth and will well, and so I teach you hope that pursues truth and honesty and sincerity. This is Brother Yahweh Sop, because you know it's the spirit power Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushai. And this lesson just giving you a little bit of wisdom and exposing Esau, Edom. Okay, that little snippet right there, clip that came out, just goes to show, sums it up, like you said, white supremacy in 47 seconds of what this devil has done, and a lot of the cruel acts that he has done is being lifted up and exposed today. You know, there's a lot of documentaries that have been released and go into more information of the atrocities during the slave trade. You know, and ultimately the world is beginning to hate Esau, Edom, instead of basically loving him and wanting to be like him. You know, the world is beginning to hate him more and more and more, and his horns are showing forth. Okay, and so there's a couple scriptures that go into mind. All right, this is the book of John 10:10. The thief cometh not, but for to steal, and to kill, and to destroy. I am come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly. So the thief, the devil, Esau, Edom, he's completely obsessed with stealing, killing, and destroying. Okay, and I was watching that movie American History X, and it just goes to show the true nature of Esau, Edom, man. The movie is an older movie, and it shows you a lot of the inside mentality of white supremacists, you know, KKK and neo-Nazis and people like that, and how they think and the things that they say towards Jake, you know. And ultimately, you know, it really shows you the true nature of these devils that we're dealing with. Okay? It says, I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. So the Lord Yahweh is about life. Okay? He's about procreation. He's about peace, harmony. But he does have anger, and he does kill and destroy as well. Okay? But ultimately, you know, the Lord creation was all about life. Okay, and peace. It wasn't until we went against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai where death entered and began to knock at the door. But ultimately, this guy Esau, Edom, man, he has the exact same spirit of Cain, and he's obsessed with bloodshed. And that brother summed it up in a nutshell within 47 seconds of exactly why, you know, the world has a problem with Esau, Edom, and for the longest time, he's been portraying himself to try to be the victim, as being the white knights and shiny armor. You know, he can do no wrong, right? But ultimately, this guy has done nothing but go to and fro throughout the earth, raping, stealing, killing, and destroying. Man, I mean, what culture do these so-called white people really have? Because everything that they proclaim to be their culture, 99% of it is not even their culture. You know, they try to say that, you know, they were the knights and the kings and the queens in Europe. When you go into the real history and dig further and deeper, you find out the so-called Negroes ruled that land. You know, we had to teach them how to be civilized. They were once called the wild men. You know, they were running all over naked with body hair all over their body, and they had to be taught how to shave and clean up, how to dress, and everything, man. Everything. And they've gone in all these different nations, and they've done nothing but destroy. When you look up these empires ruled by so-called white people, what's their track record, man? It's not a bunch of great innovations. It's death. And the innovations that were created were invented by so-called black people under slavery of those white men. So those white men didn't create a damn thing. You know, it was their slaves that did it. And their slave masters a lot of times took the credit. You know, all the inventions that America uses, you can look at the list, man. From the refrigerator, the light bulb, air conditioning units, you know, cell phones, video game consoles, different security systems. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. Invented by, you know, Jacob, the Israelites, so-called black, Latino, Native American people. And you look at the track record of the opposite of Esau, Edom, it's nothing but death. Nothing but death, man. Okay? This is the book of Ecclesiastes 7:7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. You know, we was just conversating with the brothers in the lesson, you know, the other day. And I was really meditating on this. You know, hey, this oppression, these jobs, and what we got to deal with work, you know, and the things that this devil has done to keep us down from the things he creates to put in our bodies to make us sick and have cancer, the weather manipulation, the things that's pumped into the atmosphere, the pollution, you know, all these things make it the wise man angry, upset. And all that word mad can also go into crazy. It says, and the gift destroyeth the heart. You know, so a lot of times they come with all these gifts, you know, gifts of lies and deception. Say you can have this, you can have that if you just continue to serve the system and be a good, outstanding citizen. And you got our people that get lost. So destroy the heart. And, you know, the heart could also go into the law of the mind. Okay, so a lot of our people are brainwashed thinking that they're in heaven when they're really in hell. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. You know, you can get this car, you can get this job, you can get this house. You know, these devils, Esau, Edom, has all these different gifts that destroy our people's hearts and make them, you know, crazy. But, you know, the clock is ticking on these devils, man. This is the book of John 8:44. It says, ye are of your father, the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. Right. That's exactly how, you know, Esau, Edom, when he's born, he's born speaking lies. He's born with the lust and desire to kill. That's why it says murder from the beginning. They have the spirit of Cain. They're basically descendants of Cain in the reincarnation. You know, what did Cain do? He slew his brother Abel and then lied about it directly to Yahweh. And said what? And I don't know where he's at. Am I my brother's keeper? Right? Isn't that what this devil did? He said, am I my brother's keeper? When Yahweh asked him, hey, you know, Abel's blood cries out unto me from the ground. What did you do? And he lied, man. He lied to the Heavenly Father. And that's the spirit of Esau, Edom. That's what he does. So the lust of their father, these devils will do, which is why you can hear of some of the worst acts ever on earth are committed by Esau, Edom, man. Going on further here, because we're going to read the judgment. Because, you know, pretty soon they got to pay for all that they have done in this earth. All the pollution, all the conspiracies, all the rape, rob, and pillaging. All that has to be answered for. Okay? And it says Obadiah chapter 1, um, verse 2 says, Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. So a lot of these other nations are beginning to hate the so-called white man Esau, Edom, for everything that they've done. Because let's look at it. They've done genocide in all the nationalities on the earth. They've gone in their lands and committed genocide. Okay? It says, The pride of thy heart hath deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, Who shall bring me down to the ground? So that pride, okay, the pride has deceived Esau, Edom. He thinks that nobody can ever take down, quote unquote, America, or even with these Russians. Nobody, they say nobody can ever take down Russia. You know, pride. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the crack of rocks, whose habitation is high. That goes into those skyscrapers. That's why they're so obsessed with building these big, tall ass buildings, because they want to be like the Most High. Okay? Verse 4 says, Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh. So, exalt as the eagle. All right, so that goes into, what is this? The national bird of America. It's the eagle. What a coincidence, right? Some part of these scriptures you can find direct parallels of America in the Bible. And let's talk about Esau, Edom's kingdom. It says, and though thou set their nests among the stars, doesn't he put his stars on this flag? And on the national seal, he's got the stars above the eagle's head. It says, If these came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they have not stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? Right, he's giving comparison. A regular thief or robber just take what they need, until they had enough. Or they might leave a little bit behind. But Esau, no. He takes and takes and continues to take and does overkill. Verse 6 is, How art the things of Esau searched out? How art his hidden things sought up? So you got little video clips like that bringing out the wickedness of Esau, Edom. Okay? It says here, we'll skip down to verse 10. It says, For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. So for all the things that they've done to the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American people, for that violence, shame is going to cover them, and they're going to be cut off forever. Forever. And some of these devils, they walk around now with that shame. This is why you got them coming up, and they'll go on some of these different marches and things like that, and they'll bring out the history that they've done. Some of them are somewhat ashamed of it. And that's the prophecy. Shame shall cover thee. They don't want to hear about a lot of the black history, about what happened to the so-called black people. They don't want to hear about the atrocities and how much we were tortured to death and oppressed, and our neighborhoods and the lynchings. They don't like to hear it, because that brings them that shame. So this is just a quick lesson through the spirit, man. Watch that little quick video clip. Lord's will, it was edifying. Just going into the wickedness of Esau, Edom, meditate on it. And pretty soon he's got an answer for all the things that has happened. Because this thing from the beginning, a lot of it has been about the war between Jacob and Esau, Cain and Abel. And it just keeps repeating itself all the way to the end, to Yahweh while Yahweh Shai comes. So we're going to continue to see things in the earth. And when you see a lot of the atrocities that happen to the Israelites, don't let it surprise you. And when you see the evidence and a lot of these movies that come out about the track record of these devils, don't let it surprise you. Because it's supposed to come out. And it should put a level of anger within you. And really want to be delivered, so we can get our righteous judgment. And we can get that payback from the Lord. But I'm going to go ahead and close out. Give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, a great millstone, Natasha's truth of a well, and citations to Jehovah, which is truth, with honesty and sincerity. Shalom, blah, blah, blah.